What the fuck? So, you have decided to move forward, I see. Your body and mind are still incomplete, and yet you limp forward. I must wonder why that confidence of yours, or where that confidence of yours come from. Anyway, you must have some questions now. One such question may be, who is this old man? Why is he with such a familiar voice and face? You cannot face yourself. Think of me as a mirror of you. A shattered mirror, to be precise, scattered to several shards. This old man is one of the pieces of that mirror, and the name is Abel. Huh, alright. Filled with rage and obstinacy, waiting for to be miserably forgotten, as you can see. I, just like you, decided to proceed, but nothing changed to my surprise. I had trouble sleeping, and the rare nights in which I could sleep were riddled with nightmares. Why is everything melting? I just noticed that. We were the first humans, or human, to find a way to access the well of humanity. It had existed since the beginning of time, but now it lies forgotten and denied. Today, there are only few who can feel it. Just a handful of people who are only faintly sensing its presence. But Carmen was completely sure of its existence, and tried to persuade us of it. If its existence were proven, that would mean we would be able to reach the well. She believed that the cure to the world's disease was related to this well. The research we conducted, taken from where Carmen had left us, was successful. Just throw a stick of cogito in there. We found a method to siphon from the primordial sea, which had every possibility of humanity, past, present, and future. Everyone had a bucket of their own, and they would be able to draw their own water from their individual well. It's fascinating. We even had arrogant thoughts in secret. We thought we could rekindle the long-forgotten flame and the water of life. However, the path we walked was not different from that of Prometheus. What have we accomplished after all this? We lost much more than we gained, did we not? You haven't witnessed it. The way our old friend Benjamin met his demise. He was one of the few who could tolerate your ill-temperedness. Yet you did not care to witness his final moments. Fortunately, we have a recording of it. As with every little thing that has happened in this facility. Would you like to give it a listen? The third and final truth. Well, it is something you must learn. Wait. Hold on, I'm not sure about that. You must learn. I understand that the truth hurts. It's hard for me as well. It feels like building up a sandcastle for years, only to kick it over once it's done. Doing something like that is beyond agony, to deny the efforts of the past. But I want to make things right, no matter the costs. The final truth is that you're about to begin the repetition of this infinite cycle, with your memories reset, oblivious to everything that has transpired. Leave with me before you can no longer undo what you've set in motion. That's what you wanted to say. I'm sorry that we have to meet again like this. It did not take very long to find out where you were hiding. I thought I should have given you some time to say goodbye, since this will be the last chance you have to say such thing to the one you look up to. Angela. I feel as though I become the tragic damsel in distress of a play whenever you speak my name. It may sound like an excuse, but please know this. I am not doing this out of personal feelings or malice. My every action is set by his final order. The absolute order that dictates us not to deviate from the script. Are you really okay with going through with this? I know you well, and not just because I'm one of the people who created you. I know you're different from other machines. There is another fact that I knew from the start. That you're too valuable to be hiding in such a shabby corner like this. Our conversation is being recorded, and furthermore, I have no obligation whatsoever to answer your questions. Don't be afraid, Benjamin. Everyone you've missed and long to see again is waiting for you. You shall be with them forever. Because you're the last actor. The one who will lead this play to its finale. Okay. I think Benjamin's Hakma. Bitter, no? Benjamin hit here quite a long time ago. When the TT2 protocol activated, a brief moment became an eternity and overwhelmed him. I assume he tried to run away with us. However, as you already know, he failed. Perhaps you feel no guilt for him, and you gave him another life. Think whatever you wish. Find solace in your mind, or else you will not endure this place. But you realized I had a strong suspicion when we suppressed Hakma, because like before he became a machine, we saw the outline that is used in the cutouts for like when B showed up, but for all I know, that could be just a similar one, and I might have missed some aspect of it. But this, like him being the last one to join, which in my mind associates with the bottom layer, to the right of the bottom layer, that's Bina. And she was gotten nearly from the beginning, because she is the one that told everyone how to form a wing and all that stuff. So the only one left down there is the one to the left, which is Hakma. So that at the very least showed me that yes, I am near 100% certain that Hakma is actually B. Or Benjamin, as we now know the name. The brain is one of the vital organs of the human body. Tens of billions of neurons stretch like the branches of trees, and form a great forest. This forest, as long as the original exists, can be replanted. Those who perished were awoken in metal bodies. It was your plan, yet you couldn't do it alone. However, I've already seen the world ahead of you, the time you have yet to see. Nothing changes. Benjamin, your friends, the employees, their sacrifices were pointless. You've seen how they meet their end. You realize how innocent talented souls of young persons were trapped into machines by your hands, haven't you? We have failed them. The world has forgotten us. Who will pay for their sacrifices? Do you know what we've forgotten? I wasn't perfect, manager. I was always biting off more than I could chew. I wasn't being realistic. At the same time, this is such a sad place. So I refused to think that I couldn't do something. But you saw me. You saw how this obsession and pressure to blindly move forward eventually ate me away. In the end, what was important was for me to stand with my own two legs. To be aware of where I am and where I should go next. Then it naturally rises up. The will inside me. Do I just tell him the will to stand up straight? That makes no fucking sense in terms of the conversation we're having. It's a standardized statement. Even if you stand upright, around you is nothing but despair. You may act noble, but you are sailing through the Dead Sea inside you. Emotional thoughts only depress us. It didn't help us in the slightest. We needed to become more rational, more cold-hearted. The rationality built upon falsehood crumbled me. You, all of us. We had walked too far to tell such melancholic stories. We thought relying on emotions wouldn't help a thing. However, it became clear to us to accept sadness was just as important. The false rationality we held and clung to only made our hearts rot. It's hard to accept that first. You feel like you'd crumble in. But I'll get better. Or it'll get better. I'm sure of it. I'm now choosing to believe that because he's speaking in such a way right now that like, oh my god, things are melting down far more. Holy shit. Yeah, the way he's thinking we're replying in equally just like metaphorical like blurbs of words like, we're gonna fight your bullshit with our bullshit. The rationality to maintain discretion. It's too late to settle down our hearts, I'm afraid. Your mind is already empty and has lost any purpose to move forward. I can hear the murmurs of those I've lost in my ears whenever I shut my eyes. Oh yeah, I understand, Angelo, but because it's given to us as an option of the way we speak to him, I'm choosing to believe we are just spouting out these random-ass words that we got at him, and he's like, what the... Okay, next topic then. Like, he's crazy on that front. I can't convince him. Let's go to the next one. They battle with me, they battle me with the question, do you really think you will become a better man? I couldn't say anything to refute what they were saying. Do you think you'll be any different? You see, manager, you shouldn't look towards the past at times like this. I know my wrongdoings can't be forgiven, no matter what I do. I guess that's why I was so ahead of myself. But from now on, I won't be. Hey look, another tree of life. I will become a better person if I continue. Let's live with such a hope in mind, shall we? The hope to be a better person. That's the most sane statement we've said so far. But what good does all this do to you? How many times must I say this? You have nothing left. No matter how much you try to control your emotions and calm your mind, you've already been losing your reason to live ever since Carmen left us. Why are you so obsessed with a life that has no more meaning? Look at me. Look at how I am continuing this pointless life, awaiting death. Hey, not that. If you ask me for a reason to keep on living this life full of pain, I have to say, I don't have a good answer yet. You woke me up, but I guess it's my job to take care of whatever comes to me next. I choose to be a bit more fearless. It took me a lot of courage to do so, to continue onward with my life in spite of everything. Just live your life for once, man. Hell, even I made it this far. What makes you think you can't? The fearlessness to keep on living. We've been deliberating for a long time. None of the paths we had thought to be the right answer were correct. How can I not let you pass when you answer our doubts with such confidence and clarity? Ah, you, nameless one. To be nameless is a great blessing. A name is a stigma, a constant reminder that one walks the wrong path. The door you will face after leaving this office can be named a trial. It may also be referred to as an ordeal or an agony. You appear to possess the strength and will to overcome such adversity. However, that strength chooses a different path, a different future, a different answer. I shall witness your strength. Hope you can finally prove yourself to this doubtful old man. Can't you hear my voice anymore? Please, answer me. Alright, architecture, level 2. And I guess that's like the first thing that if you did not course brush in the top 3, then that thing, you would have those dialogue answers, and there you would have to like reset maybe. Or it'd be like a you cannot pass, go back, or do the course brush and then it'll force you to memory repo to day 46 again or something. Actually, wait, no, you'd be hard stuck, I think, actually, right? Because you cannot course brush on a repo day, and sig 46 is that day at the end of it. So yeah, you would have to be forced back to day 1. That's a forced restart. God, that's rude. Is it still a... Yep, it's still a core suppression. Fatigue and waiting. Reach meltdown level 6 and meet the energy quota. So it's not too bad. But meeting the energy quota by meltdown level 6. I'm pretty sure we can do that, right? We can get about 200 or something-ish every single one. Like, we can get a little bit more than 200 every single meltdown, I think. The people are showing up. And I'm getting about 20-something lob per day, so we can replace a handful of people at 3s, but that seems like a terrible thing to bring in this late in the game. It's still another day of what? The background's different this time. It can't be the same, right? Pay attention to what? Wait, this music. Why is... Oh no. Oh no! Okay, we're not in the suppressions yet, but each suppression's coming back. Hod. Oh, fuck you, Hod. No! God fucking damn it. No, not Hod again. And that's why I grind again, cause Hod. Oh, Hod, you son of a bitch! At least the music for these score suppressions is actually like, I kind of like it. Yeah, now we understand why the claw wasn't so bad. Some of these, what's it called, fixers aren't that bad. But when you have to do it in conjunction with other shit, then we have... Oh no. Oh no, 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 no! I just realized something. We answered for these top 4. So we have to do the support questions again. If it's going by layers, because this is day 47, day 48, I have to deal with her again. And I don't know if I can even bunker cheese with this fucking facility. And no, that's not even the worst thing out there. That means day 49 is this layer. Which means Hakma and his no pausing bullshit. And Bina. Oh my fucking god. I'm not okay. Oh fuck, I am not okay in the slightest. Don't worry, I fully believe you will rage quit 49, but it's kind of amazing that I made it this far, at least I'll say that. I will try 49. I might even cheese the fuck out of it in any way I can. But... I am at the very least happy that I made it this far before solo even got to this day. At least right now, my one strategy at the moment is that we know Bina's meltdown stuff happens, and we know now to use the clock to go through their shenanigans. Fuck. Hold on. I forgot this was a thing. Where's that notepad? I was gonna say, let's just go through these quickly. No, I can't. Fucking Malkuth. All right, fortitude is repression. All four are present? No, they're not, because Hod would be debuffing us hard right now in terms of stats. We're technically not on the clock right now, so we're fine. But now that I know fortitude repression, anything that needs repression can be assigned right now. Which means this thing can be immediately worked with once. Actually, I should be careful right now because I want to figure out two of them and then work on those ones specifically. If I could find insight or affection, that opened up a lot of them. Insight. Insight is attachment. I actually have a notepad out on my computer right now, Angelo, taking notes. All right, next is attachment. Once we have this, we figured out all of them, and we can start assigning everyone for this one meltdown. After that, though, I think it changes immediately. Attachment is insight. Which means, what's it called? Repression is instinct. Alright, so with that, let's get someone done with attachment work here. So insight with Eden first right here. Yep, that gives attachment. Don't assume I have notes. I've done all three. The last one is a given now, Capricorn. Alright, so insight, we do attachment, which unfortunately I can't do here because that button is still gonna give me this. Which means I have to do instinct. And instinct for you is, what's it called? Attachment. Oh wait, no. Inside of attachment, instinct is repression for you now, so. More do you go in there? Alright, Big Bird, attachment, which is insight. Censored, insight is attachment. And for Bedback Wolf, instinct is repression. And for nothing there, we want to do attachment, which means insight King of Greed. We want to do Insight, so or Instinct, so Repression. And then for Black Swan, you want to do either one of these. So Insight will be Repression, or Instinct will be Repression. And that is most of our WAs and such right there. Oh, I guess no, not going to worry about Punching Bird. I don't have time to try and worry about him jumping out and establishing a pecking order. If he gets out, oh well, we're just going to deal with it. We're just going to let people live here and get pecked for a living. Alright, I need to try and get to... At the very least, I want to try and at least reach level fucking, I want to at least reach 300 before we get to the next one, because we can get to 6 before we need to get 6. I don't know when the HOD's going to start taking effect, but whenever it does, we need to be done with over half of it, because it's going to be rough. Judgment Bird was Insight, so that's attachment. We gotta work on our A-lifts more and more now. And yeah, Insight work, which means attachment. Thank God it's not the other one. Alright, and nothing there is attachment, so Insight. Alright, now I think the next one we do is going to immediately give us information, and we have to use that to as much of that advantage as we can. The next one is also a meltdown immediately, so... We know Instinct right here is supposed to be Repression. So let's see if that stays constant. It did. I think. Alright, HOD's not in effect yet. This is still there. And Child of the Galaxy, thankfully, is one of the ones that melted down. So let's actually use that to either double confirm or something else. Joel do Repression and see what happens. Repression is Instinct. That was the only one to melt down as well, right? It was. Good. Actually, another one I can do right here is this one. It's Teth. So do Insight. Griffin, you are completely okay with whatever happens. Insight is attachment. Wait, did this just not change at all? I thought it would change per meltdown. Do attachment and see where that takes you, Tatiana. Attachment goes to Insight. I think it didn't change. I find that very hard to believe, but I guess. So these are just basically inverted. Instinct, Repression, Repression, Instinct. Inside attachment, attachment, Insight. It makes some of these kind of annoying to do, but for others, it's just very easy. Or at least very straightforward. You, with all of them, are roughly the same. No, attachment or instinct are the best ones. Instinct's the way to go. And thank God censored is insight, because if it was instinctive repression, then we'd be fucked because the button's still there. Alright, let's get our boxes. Punching is out. We have a welcoming party right there waiting. And also, I need to remember to keep on killing him, or sorry, not killing, giving interns vacation time. They can go to the great pizza party in the sky. Alright. Gotta get him out there. You've been hoarding. I don't even have that much hoarded left. We spent a lot getting some final people to just max out most facilities. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to try that out. So I'm curious for what day 50 is gonna be, considering this would be day 49 if it's going one per layer. And we're gonna have an ordeal here soon. And whoa, what the fuck, Reinhardt? -6, sure, but goddamn. I could've gotten more from a wah. Alright, we're about to have our first fixer, and I need to keep track of what's gonna be changing. So, right now, nothing has changed between Meltdown 1 and 2, and this will make me pretty much confirm if it is the same. Because there's no fucking way we get the same shuffled randomization 3 times in a row. Did Insight get bound to repression? No. Insight is right now everything is diagonally swapped. Insight is attachment, which is what's it called? Oh wait, I did the wrong one there. I did insight to attachment, not attachment to insight. So I went for the 30% there. Never mind, I'm an idiot. That one I messed up. Alright, so let's do this right here. and see what instinct becomes. Make sure, double check instinct. Tatiana. Instinct still refer. Oh, fuck, that's right. Scrambled shit. Okay, on the plus side, it looks like things are, what's it called? Information scrambled, but the information is still there now. Like, it still shows numbers, and I don't know if that's question mark anymore. We will decide, we'll figure out with this, how much of it is the same. Where is this fixer? I don't see where it has spawned anywhere. It has to have spawned, right? Oh, it's right here. Holy shit. That's gonna melt down these guys, Firebird and them. Thankfully, we can handle these, and I have not been getting Firebird work done at all. Everyone, it doesn't matter, help out. Thankfully, this department is one of the ones that is just better prepared for it. Black bullets. Oh boy, oh boy, oh Jesus, oh fuck. Alright, there are gonna be some meltdowns here. And assuming some things are the same, I'm going to send him a insight right here with Tatiana again. And let's see where that goes for us. If it's still the same, we are golden. And it's insight now. Insight is insight. So I think that means that that is just the best one we can do now. Or like that, I think that the other stuff is gone. This will be the test. Oh, wait, no. Instinct there went repression. We fucked up. Stop. Stop. Right now, that's an issue. Shadow of the Galaxy already has someone here, so... Alright, we're doing attachment now. Everyone go up there right now. Attachment is attachment still. Okay, so inside is inside, attachment is attachment. Instinct and repression are still swapped. Okay, so insight is insight. We know that for a fact now. That is safe. But repression is these two are swapped. Repressing Firebird, I can't even tell how bad of an idea that was, but alright. Big Bird is attachment, so we know that's still attachment. We have to take this very slowly right now. Attachment is still attachment. Insight. and instinct. All right, we got this. All right, we are understanding everything right now. Still good. We still got to get rid of some interns. Yes, Mercy. From the looks of it, it will change on meltdowns, but I cannot tell anymore. All right, we know instinct is repression, and repression is instinct. And as for nothing there, attachment is still attachment. So that is safe for us for the moment. He's going to become somewhat dangerous soon if I start forgetting shit. Actually, attachment is still attachment. Oh yeah, I forgot about the... Actually, no, the claw is midnight. We're not supposed to reach midnight. We might have to at some point here, but we don't need to. Hey, there's an intern. I think there's 3 left. Only announced it. It may be 8. I'm not sure. All right, at least censored is still fresh to be able to give us more things. And looks like we are still getting healed. Yeah, we're still getting healed through these things, but it is not by much. Skull Jesus and the Child of Galaxy is our current guinea pig for figuring out the meltdowns and what they changed to. Because that's 2 of the 4, and that can help us figure it out very quickly before these things end up becoming, like, maybe halfway through a meltdown. Oh no, sorry, insight is still insight here. The thing is, Mercy, it's not about which one it accepts. It's about me clicking one button and seeing if this icon is the same. If I click instinct and it is repression, blue, I know those 2 are swapped. That is the way we are handling it. Yeah, that's the lucky thing right now, that this is not a mosaiced out or anything like that. I can see because it's a screen right in front of me, Mercy. Yeah, it's just very small. But if this becomes pixelated as well as we go further into the day, then we are less screwed. We have to look at that as like a vague gauge of what color pixel that is, and hope it's not like bleeding in from these pixels of our HP. Okay, you're not at full yet. Reinhardt is almost at full SP. We gotta wait for that. Or at least I'm willing to wait for it. We could print and compare, right? We can. Like, with them pausing the way it is, it's honestly not bad. Alright, A-list need work again. Attachment is still attachment. We really need to, like, get over halfway as fast as we can. Come on, nothing there. Don't be too rude. I want at least like 20 or 25 from every single work result right now to just make sure that we get through this fast. I didn't see how close we were, so I'm just like really pushing for it. Dutch Bird has not been issued yet, so Dutch Bird was in sight, I believe. Oh wait, inside is still the same right now, yeah. I keep thinking that they're swapped, because Instinct and Repression are swapped right now, but they're not for other things. I gotta be careful, we are nearing the end of what we might have to do for the next meltdown. Because I think when the meltdown changes, immediately whatever work you queued in also changes as well dynamically, so we need to be careful about that. Alright, we're going to have 2 meltdowns soon, and those are going to be, hopefully, not too bad. Whichever ones they pick. Alright, I'm going to assume we are nearing the point that it's about to switch over, so I'm going to Skull G this Instinct and see when it what it changes to. Instinct is Repression. Still. After that, Child of the Galaxy, go to Insight. The top one, whatever it is, that's the one who's doing it. And which ones melt down? The bunker? And nothing there. Okay, nothing there, the bit of a dangerous one. Everyone get in the hallway, just to make it... Actually, no. Get in this thing, because you're going to be able to instantly go there. Someone step in, then you're immediately going to step out. Instinct is Repression, and now I'm checking Insight. Insight is Insight. Alright, we're going to check Attachment after this. End it immediately. Actually, probably just going to send someone to Attachment with Punishing Bird and see what did that change to. Because Punishing Bird is another somewhat safe one. Attachment is Attachment. Okay, I think it might not change every single meltdown, but it might change every other meltdown. I think this is the same as the last time. Inside, Attachment, Attachment, Instinct, Repression, Repression, Instinct. Which means nothing there is safe to do with any one of our people here. Attachment of Attachment. Good. We are Mercy. I'm assuming this is day 47, this layer, 48, this layer, 49, this layer, and then 50 is this layer. But this layer we have really no information about whatsoever. Alright, going on the assumption. We know Inside is Insight through this, so we can safely do this one no issue. And wait a second. Okay, no, according to this, it looks like the HP is not quite there, so I thought they might have already started the no healing thing. Instinct, Repression, Repression, Instinct. Attachment is still Attachment. Instinct, Repression, Swap. Inside is still Insight. Attachment is still Attachment. Inside is still Insight. This is our general queue right now for things. God, my FPS is not loving this suppression in the slightest. Oh, that's why I'm like, why am I not getting as much as usual? This right here as well. Forgot to do these guys as part of our normal wall rotation. To which also, the shark is another wall that we can tackle now. I just forgot what he liked at the moment, and I forgot to check when it, ow, fuck. Accidentally turned wrong. Oh, my back. Ah. Fucking pulled something there, and I hate it. I forgot to remember check what he's good with, so I don't feel comfortable throwing something in right now. Even though I have a strong feeling it is attachment, I'm not sure. Though we admittedly are very close. I want to say we're at like maybe 800 or something, 900. We get a free use here because you were the one melting down. And we're going to get a, don't remember if it's a dawn or a noon ordeal. Actually, I think it's dawn because we've not fought a fix. Oh no, we did fight a fixer yet. We fought the black fixer and they melted down here, which means we're going to get 2 show up here soon. The problem is, when it does, I do not know which one is taking place at that point. The no healing from, I think, this one, or the stat down from that one. Because if it... Actually, wait. I think the stat down's already taken place. With those red numbers right there, we're probably already dealing with, like, reduced numbers right now. I think that would explain actually why these two are now actually rough. From the very start, no, Angelo. From the very start, we didn't have reduced numbers. We had positive numbers actually. The moment we got pixelated, I did not check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's when we no longer had the like boosted numbers that we have. I'm just not sure if it's gradual or an instant sharp decline. Censored getting so close now, even when we pick the right one, though, is suddenly very telling. I cannot do nothing there anymore. We just need to, like, farm other things. Like, these kids are actually probably some of our better works that can be done. It's just going to be a matter of... we got to start taking care of very innocent abnormalities. Or at least abnormalities that do not throw a fit if we fuck up. Like, Out of Despair is thankfully a very safe one, I feel. Alright, we're probably gonna get the next ordeal here soon, which means 2 fixers. Let me quickly double check to make sure we've got all the interns. We have not gotten all the interns. Central, or Command has 1 at least. Okay, now we got them all. So in an abundance of paranoia, because we know an ordeal is happening, we know meltdowns aren't going to be happening. I'm going to send everyone here, just to have our units next to each other. We can throw them as a ball towards something, like a little death ball, and hopefully with that... we can minimize potential stray losses from happening. Also, can't forget the bottom layer. You guys hang out there for now. Everyone made it up. We have some on their way still from the bottom layer. God damn, it takes them a while. Even if it's just doot, 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 doot. I don't know if this is 4 or 5. Alright, Skulljuice is gonna get 1 right here. Instinct. Let's see if that changes, because we should be nearing. Is it gonna be repression or no? Instinct is still repression. But now we have fight to deal with. Where are the fixers? There's a white fixer. Okay, the white fixer is not that bad. In fact, the fact that I know that we got that we had the blacks in the beginning is easier for me because I don't have to worry about a meltdown happening when we are not close by. How dare you be still alive and free? We know where the white one is. We don't know where another one is, though. I don't see him anywhere. Oh, wait. Red fixer spotted. Red fixer on their own can be Zerg rushed. I need to rely on a red shield now. Everyone immediately head to this room right now. You guys, stay away. Good. Nobody got hit by that. Though some people got shockingly close to death. Fuck. The no healing is active. Alright. That if you hit max energy, it's going to do hard jobs. True. I have not hit max energy yet, though. Because then I know this icon will be filled. The problem is with the reduced get the quote and get the fuck out. I think it is like max or do. Oh wait, fuck! I forgot white fixer. Fuck. Thankfully, white fixer is somewhat easy to take care of, I think. I genuinely forgot that that was a thing. Okay. There's that sound. Everyone to a different room right now. Stop firing. Go somewhere else. Okay, that's going to prove to be dangerous, actually. Because of the way the magical girl's weapon works, they want to be very close so they don't, like, accidentally do shit. Oh boy, that actually... Get over there. People are getting very dangerously close. Fuck! Get away from that. Get away from that right now. White damage. Because we cannot heal, this cloud is now actually a big threat. Someone got hit by that, Xavier. I don't know who has white damage from this right now. There's no healing, so he might just be screwed. I think he's just a dead unit now. Fuck. Right when I do that. Wait, no, hold on. Everyone go to this way, because that's where Xavier's running, panicking. Everyone go back to this room. We're doing a little bit of zigzag right now. All right, they stopped. Did it just immediately start praying again? Fuck you. There we go. Wait. How did Punishing Bird get out? Alright, Xavier. That's white damage. White damage, white damage, white damage. White damage. White damage. White damage. White damage, white damage. White damage, white damage, white damage. White damage, white damage. That should be it right there. Xavier, where the fuck are you going? Can I slow bullet you at all? I can. I gotta keep some people away because, yeah, like, Hannah is hanging on by a thread. You can execute bullet him. I want to see if I can get him back or not. If I can, that's nice. If not, then I will execute bullet him. I have 2 left. Oh boy. This is getting dangerous. Okay, no, I'm not gonna risk it. He's doing too much passive damage. I'm sorry, Xavier, you're gone. We are close to being done, though. We are very close to being done. And the thing is that we only know instinct is repression right now. We don't know what else has changed. Is insight still the same, Tatiana? Insight is now instinct. Alright, now let's check a repression. Thankfully, you were not hurt too much. Actually, no, let's check attachment. Attachment is still attachment. That means... repression is probably insight. I will double check it to be sure, but that might be the way it goes. Oh, fuck, that hurts. All right. All right, Tatiana, do repression and see what that gives you. Yep, wait. What? That's repression? I thought when I started out, what? Which one did I just do? I think I might have just been stupid there and sent him to one that I already knew. Because I think I had it written down instinct as repression. But it's now what? I think I did repression. I will be overly cautious here. Repression again. Jake, go in there for repression. Repression is repression. Which makes no sense, because... Actually, wait, no. I might have been assuming a different rule here. The last one before Meltdown might still follow the old Mo 1's rules. So insight is instinct. Attachment of attachment, repression, repression. So insight is probably now instinct as well. That changed work type. I was assuming it was. That's where my mistake came. Attachment is still attachment, so I can do that very easily. Thank God. I just gotta be careful who I send there, because... Oh, fuck, I can't cancel them anymore. I can't cancel work stuff anymore. That's a mechanic that I never really experienced. Once you send someone to something, they are going there now. You cannot undo it. So thank God I'm, like, being doubly sure on things. Repression is still thankfully repression. Still uses the saving grace, yeah. Nice. I do not know minus. I cannot see shit up here, Captain. I'm gonna be risky with this one, but... Wow, they're starting to become very possibly dangerous to interact with. Attachment is still attachment, thankfully. Half. You have plenty of stats, at least. Looks like 5, because we need to reach 6 and the energy quota. We are nearly there, though, from what it looks like. We have this one on the way as well. This person has Justitia. This person has sensors. I'm going to trust you for that on the moment. Actually, I don't know if the wolf had anything to, like, hate lower stats. Knights of Despair is very easy to do, so I'm going to just trust this one right now as, like, a repeat source of boxes. Move right there, just in case Punching Bird wants to get out. Didn't. Oh, hey, the one intern that still lives as well. There you go. And also because our stats are down, our temperance is very much down, so the work speed is getting shot. We're so close. I might just stick to their fry shoots right now because it's a very simple one to get done at the moment. Alright, there goes Punishing Bird. And with our reduced stats, this actually should start dealing like damage a bit more consistently, if only a little bit. Alright, I think the work is done now. I think that message means we made it. Now we just have to actually reach the meltdown. Also, don't know if we're going to have one more after this, because I don't know if that's 5 or 6 right there. But we need to reach 6. I don't think we need to beat 6. Yep, that was 5. Now it's 6. Okay, we have 2 to figure out now. Only those 2, thankfully. Tatiana, do Instinct. And this one, someone's going to do Insight on it. Even if we get a bad orc, though, from Punishing Bird, it's not too bad. So Instinct, Insight. Let me get ready to write these down. I hope they're not swapped. Because you cannot cancel these as well. They are, son of a bitch. Actually, no, that's good. Because the kids want Instinct. So I can do Insight and at least have that ready. And there's the one that died, unfortunately. And for the armor, we don't want to do repression, so... And I'm going to have someone do attachment here and just see what it gives me. The actual number we're going to take doesn't really matter. Attachment is still attachment. Which means repression is repression. Let's just get a bunch of small works done right now. I don't remember what his was actually, so I'm going to be careful with that. Someone got a gift, apparently, but I don't know what it was. We should nearly be done. There we go. One person died. Actually, 2 panicked, I think, and 1 died. So I think that means 3 dead total. Though I can't tell because this fucking number is ass. Ah. Oh well. What's next? Unpixelate, thank you. Okay. I'm just saying, this late in the day, I'm just gonna take your bald. People's hair, I don't give a shit anymore. You had your chance to enjoy it. That shit's gone now. It does not matter. You will enjoy the magic of baldness. Fuck. I don't want either or any of these at all. Yang could be okay. Yang could be alright. But Silent Orchestra is a no. Queen Bee is a dangerous one to have. Yeah, I'm gonna re-extract. Yang would be the one I'd pick if it was the last option, but we have a reroll. I've never been so happy to see Beauty and the Beast. Let's take this. Oh, this office is long gone. Wait, you're someone new. Do you remember when we still knew the warmth of the sun? We'd become too cold to continue cherishing such a thing. No. In fact, we weren't meant to bask in such warmth in the first place. You feel it too, don't you? I can see you already feeling the nostalgia in the air right as you stepped into this room. Isad? Aw, I can see a couple of them. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th one, though? Unless it's that painting that just got fucked over already. There's a tale of 2 doors. Those 2 doors that never wanted to be opened, but had to be. Hey, it's me. Are you there? Can I come in? I didn't want to listen to what would come next. I wanted to pretend I wasn't in the room, because I knew what she was going to tell me. Sometimes her thoughts could be extremely reckless. It really frightened me whenever she did that. Open the first door. I saw her eyes right after opening that door. She walked into your lab and started illustrating her hypothesis. Carefully, yet delicately. Decidedly. You wanted to tell her it was preposterous, but like always, she had you persuaded. You had no choice but to admit it was the only way. What made us, so upset was how much it hurt to listen to her put it so calmly, as if it were none of our business. And how much we loathed ourselves for just having to tolerate it. We can't just, we just can't seem to get any further than this. However, it will break through somehow. We've got Carmen with us after all. Don't worry. Don't worry, I think it'll work out. The biological scan shows that Carmen is the fittest candidate. But we haven't run a precision test yet, though. So, if we want to find another candidate, we can always... Carmen can. Carmen would. Carmen. You should have been the one to die. The research wasn't bearing fruit. People would grow tired, yet their eyes glimmered with expectation. She was on the edge. One more step would make her fall. Then that day, when Enoch's breath stopped, she finally realized that her path was already in her sight. Just one glance below the fall, and she never lifted her head again. She wouldn't respond, no matter how many times I yelled. Only the sound of flowing water filled the air. I just kept yanking the doorknob like I were insane. Yet, I hoped it would never open. I hoped and prayed countless times. Open the second door. The first thing I saw once I opened that door was a pair of closed eyes. She stepped into the bath herself, so that not a fragment of needless emotion like guilt would pile up on us. We saw with our eyes so clearly. She was bleeding out and delirious, but she still held on to life. We violated her body with our own hands and buried her underneath the ground. Why was she so cruel? And why did we have to become so cruel? We asked this question without an answer, till the toast that celebrated our success blossomed with death. However, I have found a way to redeem us at long last. You have come to the right place. This is the room where she sleeps. Don't worry, she won't wake up with this much noise. Can you meet her again? Let's do it like this. Ask her. She who was always watching you from the beginning. I have something I should confess. I actually have a much weaker heart than everyone thinks. I always say stuff like, count on me, and just follow me, in front of everyone. But I'm never sure about the things I do. If anyone were harmed or put in trouble because of what I do, I would definitely be shaken up and end up hating myself. I know that. That's why I need to ask you a favor. No matter what I may become, please finish what I started. We humans have weak hearts. One crack and it will easily crumble. I'm no exception to this. But you'll endure through it. There's only one way out, and it will never change. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Are you unsure? I have this routine I do whenever I'm afraid of the path I have taken. It's like being a plant. Photosynthesizing. Ease up your tension and close your eyes. Yeah, just like that. Make yourself as comfortable as possible so that your mind finds itself comfortable too. It tickles, no? But just wait. Now, fade away without a trace. Yes, I was the only one. I was the only one who could fulfill her ideal. I was the only one who could finish it. Only me. However, she never told me this path of hers would be riddled with such vicious thorns and spikes. This is the bucket created from common sacrifice. This bucket is the beginning and the end destination of this place. Cogito is endlessly produced here, spewing out life and death. When we saw the bath was overflowing, we thought everything was over. However, we couldn't have been more wrong. She's alive right now as this. She saw every path we walked. In reality, her ideal was simply too grand in the first place, and our power too minuscule to fulfill it. She sacrificed everything of hers without a trace left behind. But you and I, we both remember the things we've done to become a wing, to stay a wing. It was revolutionary at first, or revolting at first, but you see how we've acclimated to it after the first few times? We flawlessly realized our hideous actions just like all the other wings. No, not just that. We even evolved to our own unique cruelty that can't be found in any other wing. The story of how human sacrifices are required to fulfill our ideals needed to be continued. So we had to put on the guise of being manic about energy production. Though we know the truth too well. We were really only pretending, while we were so indifferent towards the countless deaths. Probing and combing through the brain of a woman to blend into the world, to evade the head and the eye. Throwing a person into the jaws of a monster just to gain some energy. Reincarnating your colleagues just to make them live through the same agony again. Do you really think those are things any normal person would do? Yet we closed up our eyes and ears and numbed ourselves. We eventually felt nothing for what we do. I named myself Abraham to remember yours, our sins, sacrificing the innocent. What did I even expect to achieve doing all of this? Founding a showy corporation, I don't even know anymore. Does it really matter at this point? No, it doesn't. We were wrong from the start. Our very existence is wrong. You and I, all that's left for us is atonement. You already knew. You know we didn't meaninglessly embrace this pain. Tifreth knew that a long time ago. I guess that's why he always walked ahead of me. One day, I realized that you were also looking towards somewhere with a clear vision, just like he did. I just didn't want to admit that I was lagging behind. I think that's why I was always so frustrated. I'm the Sephiroth of the middle layer, head of the central command team. I can't afford to fall behind like that, now can I? That's the reason why I said I'll count on you to hold expectation. Promise to show me someday, and show the world the fruits of our pain and labor. The expectation for the meaning of what the fuck does... After everything he said, I still choose to believe this guy, Abraham, just gave us all this, like, this is why things are so fucked up. And in the middle of it, when he stops of it, we just say, the expectation for the meaning of existence. That's it. And he's gonna be so baffled and think, okay, you're crazy, let's move on to the next point then. You'll fall onto the ground no matter how much expectation and hope you have. You know what? Photosynthesis is for plants after all. Things that actually take sunlight. It was never for something like you and I. Don't you know this already? We drove Carmen to death. We just saw that. I was furious without any real reason. It always felt like I'm missing something, but I never knew what that something was. I vented this anger of mine in a rather bad way, as you saw. This madness without purpose would never go away. If you didn't stop me, it would have grown bigger and bigger. It would have eventually devoured me. Look, we're never going back to how it was before. The situation changed way too much. But I was able to keep my promise with her, because you stopped me at the very least. You also have to remember this. She would want you to protect what we have left, rather than just languish in guilt. The courage to protect. Again, out of everything he just said, for us to just randomly say the courage to protect, he's gonna think we have lost our marbles. Yeah, he's speechless. Yes. She entrusted us with what's left. But we're not the person who Carmen thought us to be, no. The only person that believed in us was gone. There was no one left around us. Manager, do you know why I chose to join your small company instead of any other grander wing? Just remembering what each Sephiroth told us while ignoring Abraham. I choose to believe we are just speaking nonsense to him, to out-crazy his crazy, in order for us to just get past it all. Of course, Carmen's moving speech did pique my interest, not gonna lie. However, the decisive factor for me, it was because I liked how everyone here trusted Carmen. You know how meaningless the word trust is nowadays, don't you? That's not all, Manager. Carmen trusted in you entirely until her moment of death. Everyone else who remained did too. Why do you think I decided to stick with you until the end? Just look around you. Everyone gathered here just for you, and they're waiting expectantly. Those who are faithful and trustworthy. Just out of nowhere. How can you be so certain? Carmen lies here, neither alive nor dead. How can you walk towards the unpredictable future, leaving her behind here? We are obliged to remain trapped in this city for eternal punishment. Yet still you want to reach for tomorrow. You want to escape this endless regret and atonement. There is one final door past here that wasn't written in the story. It's one I can't open. It only opens to those who are not soaked in regrets. Then you can open it? Open the final door. It's not day 49, though. Why do I only see darkness? Why does my voice not reach you at the finale? We get like a small little picture right there, like a small little sprite. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be who's talking or something else. Or just like unloaded assets from the flashbacks. Oh god, whatever's in that thing really fucking works. God damn. Side of my body's numb. Or at least the part where there's supposed to be pain, I feel nothing like. So, oh hey, that feels great. But I'm not sure if I should have had that on for that long, so oh well. But man, look at this facility. Look at the amount of bubble wrap we have on everything to make sure we don't fuck up. Fuck! Reach meltdown level 10. That's... That's some, that's Tefras thing right there. So that would be done with... That would have to be done with Chessed's damage multiplication going on. Or neutralize the red mist. Neutralizing the red mist is infinitely easier? Yes, but we have a small problem, Angelo. I never learned the fight. That's our one fatal flaw. I never learned the fight, so I do not know how bad that is. We did the cheese strat with the bunker, so I do not know what her shenanigans are. I'm gonna teach you? No, no. We're gonna have to do this. And you have to look for it. We only lost one person because extraction, I believe, was full. That's where one person lost. Xavier's gone. It wasn't an ALF unit, so we don't give a shit. It's probably a wall one, though. Okay, all of our ALF stuff is still here. It was Swan. Yeah, I think it was Swan here. But that's honestly fine for me. Here's the thing. I don't know. Okay, let me actually do this first just to see, alright? Just to see. She's not there in the... You started with 2 immediately. God fucking damn, you're evil. They start with 2 in the beginning. And the red mist does not spawn yet. Whenever she spawns, that is when we actually are going to have to do things. Honestly, starting out with 3 isn't too bad, Angela. We just skip the things that are 3. Because as far as I'm aware, if the goal is to defeat the red mist, the moment the red mist spawns, everything else becomes irrelevant. Just kill the red mist. So technically, I don't care about energy. I don't care about these things. Just work on other things, and even let things melt down, just so that way I can get rid of them and ignore it. Just get the red mist to spawn, and then kill it fast. So, I am curious. How stupid of me would it be to try and man the facility with a bunch of, like, 2 in every department, 2 random nuggets in every department just to make things work, until red mist spawns, and then put someone in the shelter, and then just step away for an hour and a half? Because guess fucking what? With how few A-lifts I have, there is next to no chance that fucking nothing there will actually make it in time. I am very tempted to do that. The problem would be that if I do that, I am ensuring that for the next day 49, we have none of our bonuses for being in the facility for so long, or in certain departments for so long. I am tempted, though. Believe me, I am tempted to try and shelter cheese this again. It'd be kind of slow, though. Oh, it is. The shelter strat is incredibly slow. The shelter strat, unless you have, like, certain abnormalities that actually actively try to kill everything in the facility, like, say, I'm a blue star, nothing there if you're lucky, and other things like that, then it's not gonna happen for anything less than, say, 45 to an hour. You have to be lucky to get less time than that, I feel. And if you have a silent orchestra, you just screwed yourself, because that's gonna slow it down tremendously. Still possible, just very slow. But it is near 1 o'clock, and I need to make sure I get food and other drugs in me to make sure I can work. Because even if my back is hurting, and it hurts to sit down and exist, bills do not give a shit about you like that. So I need to make sure I can still work and at least limp my way through a shift at the factory. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had a great time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to come back to day 48 and see just how screwed I am. I will actively try and fight him a red mist the entire stream, probably. But if I cannot do it, I will yield to the shelter cheese. You cannot stop me, because I desperately want to see if I can beat this game before Solo does. Even if Solo's just not streaming anymore from the looks of it. Their life might be going to shit right now, I'm not sure. But alright, stay awesome. Hopefully you'll let me tell you one more time, another time. See ya. 49 is the meat grinder. 49 is the day I'm assuming is the break thing. Because nothing so far has explained anything about day 50. If we are doing 48 here and 49 here, this one, I don't know what it is. Like for 50. I want to say 49 might be the technical final boss. Because 50, as long as you get to 50, I feel like it's a nothing day, maybe. Because at least I don't know what they would throw in there as a character or a suppression mechanic. Unless it's all of them at once, in which case, no, fuck me, I'm never doing that. We're gonna have to see. But right now, my current prevailing theory is that if we can get past 49, I don't give a shit what happens in 50. I will accept half facility losses in 49 to make it. As long as we live, that is the most important thing. I guess I should say, as long as Hunter doesn't die. Because I will fucking murder the world. If in exchange for Bina and what's it called, Hakma going down, I have to do Punishing Bird for any reason in day 50. What about Angel? Angel too, because Paradise Lost is just that good. I'd hate to lose it, but at least for that, it doesn't feel that bad. And Hunter is actually 130 something in repression. Nice. I didn't realize how many people we just failed to level up with repression, how many actually got it. But, alright. So, I'm gonna head out. Bye, guys.